It is prime time. Here we are. Here we are. This is the list that we started tinkering with last week. We played one league. We played, I think, 3 leagues total. I think the first one didn't go well. I think it was like a 2-3 or 1-3, and then we played. The second one was 4-1, and the third one was a 5-0. They were all off streams. If you want to check those out, you can go in my YouTube files and find the past streams there. But basically, what I've been working with is Serum Visions. I think this card is actually very, very good in the deck, and it's funny how things become full circle, right? Like in the beginning, in the Summer Bloom days, this card was pretty much a staple, always a 4-of, and then we moved away from it for some time because we were trying to fit more utility lands in the main deck and whatnot, and now we're back. Now we're back on Serum Visions, and it's just very good. It's just very good. There was also a canisters list. I don't know if it's this one. No, this is the older one. So what he was doing is basically he was playing the Hive Minds in the main deck, and he was basically playing like the old school Summer Bloom list. So it was basically the same thing, except we're changing the. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. It's the same thing that we've been that we were doing in the Summer Bloom days, except adding like some coalition relics and tribe scouts, because of course we don't have access to Summer Bloom anymore, so we need some other forms of ramp. But we have access to the Hive Minds, we have the Slaughter Pact and Pact of Negation in the main deck, and then in the sideboard it's basically the same sideboard that we were playing back in the day, except he's not running any engineered explosives in the main deck, so that is something different, I guess. But yeah, this is another approach that I think it's very interesting. So yeah, a lot of things being experimented with and tried in Amulet, which is great. It really is a deck that I really don't know of any other deck that has been through as many changes and updates and exploration as this deck has in the past like 6 months or something. Like it really is a lot that the lists have been moving on. So this is what I have personally settled on. Considering what Canister was doing over there, I don't think I want to fit the Hive Minds in the main deck, but I could definitely see an argument for shaving some scouts and adding. First of all, I kind of want to fit the third coalition relic, and the other thing would be to like shave a scout and add something like Hornet Queen to have one extra threat. Because right now with the current main deck plan that we got going on, we basically have access to 11 threats, right? So it would be the 4 pacts, the 4 prime times, of course, and the 4 T-Wests that get you prime times. Before, we also had access to Walking Ballista, which was sort of a threat as well. So the thing that I was thinking about was to maybe cut one scout for a Hornet Queen, just basically put the Hornet Queen in the main. This would enable one extra sideboard slot, which I honestly don't know what I would try to go for. Maybe I will try to go for something like Celestial Purge. That's what I was trying to say. Optimistically obtuse. Thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. And yeah, no, I'm definitely not willing to try Sakama. That is just a terrible card. I love my life to win an ends for a good price. to Prison. It's making me lose my mind. I mean, the matchup is bad, and this is a way to beat Prison, and Tragic Arrogance is the other way to beat Prison. That is basically like the only reason why Tracker is in the deck. It's because of the Prison matchup, because Tracker allows you to like draw cards and draw cards and draw cards, and then eventually be able to hive mind your Prison opponent out of the game. So maybe that's what we can do. We can do this, this, and then try this. It might be a little bit overkill to have like the hive minds and the Tragic Arrogance in the Word matchup. Maybe it's fine. But yeah, I don't think I would try Sakama. I mean, it's a fine card. It's just so easy to answer, right? They are gonna be bringing in four pithing needle effects, and like they are just going to needle your Sakama. Then they're going to, I guess they're going to first needle your explosives, then needle your Sakama, and then needle your Stronghold, and then you basically can't win anymore. Which is sad. Very sad. But, alright, so this is the list we're gonna try today. Honestly, it might be that Hornet Queen is just simply not worth it, but I think that this card is just fine in the current meta. What I'm not so sure about is whether Tragic Arrogance is the extra sideboard slot I want to be using. So that is something that I'm willing to explore, and I'm okay being wrong with. You know, I just want to try things out. This is 04, 02, 19. So we're gonna update the stream. Whoops. Oh, that's why. Yeah. For whatever reason, we can't use dashes. Those are not dashes. Whatever those things are, we can't use those. Okay, so let's update the Stream Decker very quickly. Stream Decker, Amulet White Serum, Hive Mind. Okay, and there. So now it's updated on the Stream Decker, and let me update it in the chat. Whoops. What's up, Hex Mage? Harley Quinn won me at least one game, maybe a match last night at my LGS. Yeah, it's a fine card to have in the main. Massively in favor of HQ main deck. It gets you so much value. Phoenix. Yep. Is this starting? You don't miss Ballista at all? No, I honestly don't really miss Ballista at all. This hand looks fine. Serum Visions is great in this hand. ¿Cómo va, Elfkid? Great stream with Ballester. It was fun. Is this Infect? Are we dead? Oh no, this is the mono green control deck. That's a pact right there. Training Sphere? No, Search for a Scant. Okay, so this is actually bug control. I think I do want to do this. In fact, I definitely want to be doing this. So we can win next turn. Well, wait, can we? So we play second Amulet. Yeah, right? We play second Amulet. At end of turn, I flash this in. Then I cast a Summoner's Pact with counter backup. Seems strong. Well, actually, if that's the case, if that's the case, I probably want to do this right now, actually. And I want to Serum Visions again. Put this on the bottom, and we already have it bounced on, so we don't want that. Okay. What? No Sakama? No, 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 no Sakama. No, 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 no Sakama. No. I want to win today, so that's why. So Remand is kind of a beating. In fact, I think I packed a Remand if my opponent has it. As in, I packed of negation to Remand. What? It just resolves? So I'm going to need to play out the Garrison for sure. I'm trying to figure out whether I can double Titan. So I'm gonna get Simic plus Slayer. So that's gonna be... I'm going to bounce, get double green still floating. Yeah, so I can double Titan here. T-West, Simic Growth. So we should be good. They probably have fog. I mean, if they have fog, they really got me. I expect them to have cryptic. Probably not fog though. We're going to transmute. Also, my opponent is very much F6 right here. Primeval Titan. They just concede. Sweet. So we're playing against Bug Teachings. Good to know. We definitely want these three. I don't think we won't have mine. We definitely want this. Don't want... we might want that. Let's think about it for a second. We definitely don't want this. Definitely don't want this. Don't want any of these. I might want Ramionap. I doubt that they're gonna go after my lands though. What's the thought behind Birthing Pool instead of Sanctum? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, we're doing only 3 scouts because I'm trying out Hornet Queen in the main, and I think Relic is kind of better than Scout, honestly. They play 3 Fox in this build? Crazy. Alright, I'll play around that then. With 4 Nexus? Yeah, no, we're definitely bringing in Ghost Quarter. Yeah, that was my bad. Yeah, I was just like stuck reading chat and. Okay. So my opponent has the 1 mana enchantment, so I kind of want to have access to at least 1 explosives to blow that up. Definitely want the Pact of Negations. They might have Surgical. But that is, I mean, that is just bad beats, maybe. What gets cut to make room for Serum Visions? At this point, I don't even know. Like, the list has changed so many times. If you were running Trinket Mage or Primal, that is gone. The second Explosives is gone. The Ballista is gone. I mean, overall, the list just looks very different, honestly. And I just wanted to point out, in case you didn't notice, like the power of Serum Visions in that game in particular, like how we were able to like draw into the cards that mattered and just like bottom the cards that didn't, helped us like set up a very quick kill. What am I even doing here? Let's take out one of this. and maybe one Summoner's Pact. No, because we might Pact for Tracker actually. Maybe one Cantrip. Yeah, so we were playing 2 explosives in the main and a 3rd one in the sideboard, and now we're playing just 1 and 1. Oh, another thing that changed. We are only running 3 sanctuaries, so we're running 8 bounce lands total. Because we're running extra sanctuaries. And that is exactly what I wanted to point out right now. Right now in our deck we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14. So we have 14 cards that win us the game on turn 2, and we have 18 cards that win us the game maybe a couple of turns afterwards. Is this a keep? Took me a few weeks, but I cashed out my LGS with Amulet. Sweet, awesome, congratulations, Benslov. What do we do here? I think I'm going to mulligan, but I think it's close. This hand is actually better. I feel like we're going to need this, so I guess I top it. I definitely want to see lands before I see that, but it's fine. Memorial to Genius. Alright. That's a solid Ascanta right there, sweet. So I think on turn 3 I'm tapping out for this Sage here. Sakura Trivelder. Interesting. If they have the bounce land, they have the bounce land. The bounce land. If they have the enchantment, they have the enchantment. But I think that destroying this Surge is actually very, very relevant here. Hopefully they don't have it. They do have it. Now I'm very sad. Now I'm very sad. That's a solid draw though. That is a solid draw. And I'm playing this because I need to reset this gemstone so I can actually hold up negate. The good thing is that my opponent now doesn't have an engine going on. So I think it was extremely important to destroy that Search for Ascanta. Because the moment they have an engine going on, that's when we start losing. That's an engine. Yep, that's exactly what I was talking about. Okay, that guy is fine. Proxy Abdarias Francincia was fucking around with it. Jeez, this deck hard. How do people play 9 rounds in a GP? Yeah, I mean, you get used to it. After you finally understand like the play patterns and whatnot, the deck is not that complicated. You save a lot of brain power. You save a lot of brain power by doing, by getting familiar and getting your reps in. How has Tragic Arrogance been? Very, very good. That's why I'm running it again. Chemist's Insight. My opponent is basically playing standard over there. I think if we get to untap, we are extremely favored to win this game. If we ever get another turn, I think we win. Sweet. Okay, awesome. So now we do this. Now we have Negate and Pact of Negation. We have an answer to the Ascanta already in play. Eon 2 for next turn might be nice, actually. If my opponent doesn't flip the Azcanta. Return target permanent, draw a card. This seems negate worthy, actually. Now that they flipped, do I GQ right now? Because I definitely want to destroy this. I think I do. This takes me off Pact of Negation, but I think that I simply cannot let my opponent untap. Like that will mean 2 activations of Azcanta. I cannot beat that, basically. Deck seems like it's in a very good place. I was considering saying out of Grixis Shadow to build it. Yeah, I mean, I think that Grixis Shadow is an incredible deck, so I'm not particularly against that one. Okay, they can activate this. Okay, now they main phase the Cryptic. Okay, that's okay, probably. They main phase, I mean. You think Grixis Shadow loses to itself a lot? One, two, three. I definitely feel like I want to use this turn to play out the Correlation Relic. I'm not like in my spot anymore though. Definitely not like in my spot at all. My opponent simply just drew too many cards. It's a lot of mana. Spreading sees their own land. Sure. And I wonder why are they even playing Spreading Seas, honestly. Okay, that's a Nexus. 2 Nexus. Okay, so they have two turns. They need to draw something though. Another turn. Nature's Claim. Sure. Yeah, they don't really have anything going on over there. Can I afford to lose a land drop? I don't think I can afford to lose a land drop. Yikes. We're setting that and swinging in for this guy. And I guess I'm gonna discard this Summoner's Pact. But yeah, I mean, this is what I was saying. Like, they don't have an engine going on, so as long as they don't have an engine going on. So let's do Serum Visions first. Bottom both of this. Then we're gonna play the tracker. Then we're going to, I guess, play the T-West because I'm not using my mana, so I might as well play the tap land. Now my opponent goes to 1. They have only 1 card, which is probably a blank. And I have Pact of Negation, so if they do have any engine cards, I can simply counter it. And we just win. Sweet. My opponent ended up not doing anything for the rest of the game, even though they had infinite mana. And they even, at one point, they even queued 2 turns, but sure. Sounds good. Well, I mean, that's what I was saying. That's why I thought it was so relevant, so important for me to destroy that Ascanta with the first stage, and why I put a priority on destroying. This is a great hand, and why I put a priority on destroying my my opponent's Ascanta with the Ghost Quarter. And I was actually surprised that after they fetched, like my opponent should have definitely won that game. What they should have done is they should have, in response to my Ghost Quarter activation, they should have bounced my. Oh, that changes things. They should have bounced my. They should have bounced their own flipped Ascanta in response to the Ghost Quarter activation, and then you know, played a couple of turns afterwards. But they ended up bouncing my tracker for no reason, really. Okay, so here I think I'm gonna Relic, but I think I'm going to actually use the mana from Relic to play out the Tribe Scout. And I am going to develop my mana here. I'm expecting to be against some kind of shadow, against some kind of BG deck. So actually it's possible I should not play the Scout because it enables my opponent's push. Though I guess my opponent's push is going to be enabled anyway, so I might as well do this here. But I want to play around my opponent decaying my Coalition Relic by getting some mana from it right now. Because if they decay my Relic next turn and I don't get any value from it, then that's trouble. I expect this to get pushed now. It's possible I should have steered to play around something like Brutality. Yeah, maybe I should have steered there. Try to find a bounce land. Yeah, now I'm regretting my decision. I enable my opponent's push for no reason. If I were my opponent on this board, I guess I would probably decay the Relic. It just stops me way harder, basically, on my tracks. What's up, Ariane? Yep, and now I'm grossly punished. Grossly punished. Like, my opponent's Brutality would have whiffed if I had done what I said I was going to do. And here we're doing this, and I'm charging this up, and I don't think I'm playing the Gemstone because I want to play around Liliana Plus. If I Liliana Plus, then my opponent is going to get my Titan. I guess another way to play around Liliana Plus would have been to simply like play out both of my lands. Although I guess that they're going to Liliana minus here, so that's fine. But I can still Titan if I draw one here, so... Serum Visions, we're going to bottom both of these. And here things become a little bit trickier. I'm charging here for sure. I don't think I'm playing this out. One, two, three, four, five. Maybe I mis-sequence. Oh no, I visioned last turn. What am I saying? Maybe I want to transmute for Titan here. It enables a discard spell, but that's probably fine. And then I pass. So if they have a discard spell, they're gonna get my pact anyway. So I think I play the land, but I don't play out the scout. Leave this as Liliana fodder. This is playing out the land is worse against specifically Liliana into Liliana plus Liliana plus into Liliana plus. We transmute right now because we don't have like insane amounts of mana. We only have exactly 6 mana. So we are like we still need to draw the Titan, right? If we don't draw the Titan, we're not doing anything. Like what am I doing? Just playing out a scout? That doesn't do anything. Because so the reason for the second pact is Kalitas is against decks where pact is good, namely like combo decks, like Nauseam, stuff like that, control decks of course, and also Tron and stuff like that. And it's also an extra pact for the Hive Mind combo. We have Hive Mind in the sideboard. Maelstrom pulls that. That makes a lot of sense. That's what I was saying earlier. Punished. So punished. Whoa. Okay, so this is weird, but I think I'm going to pact here. Oops. There we go. Because otherwise my opponent gets both of my Titans. This way they only get one. I still can pay. I guess we die to Assassin's Trophy. But that is... I mean, that's probably fine. Whatever. But if they have the trophy for the semi-growth, I die here. Bounce land is our best draw. Bar none, basically. Don't have another discard spell, please. That's a Scoose. That one doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm still trying to draw... I'm trying to spike a bounce land here. If I draw a bounce land, I win. If I don't, I'm probably going to die. And I have 2 turns to draw it. Fuck. This is particularly brutal because this is one of my stabilizing lands. But I think my only way to win this game is if I find a bounce land, so I'm gonna hold this in hand. So I simply need to top deck a bounce land. I mean, we're still fine. If we find a bounce land, we win. So we have 7 draws right now. 8 draws because Vesuva also does it. Vesuva also does it, but we need to like top the land this turn. We need to top the land right now. So this is 10. Well, actually, it might be too late here. No, it's not, because I can haste, and then next turn I can jump. I guess that gives me another turn, but I'm still dead to the Liliana ultimate. And now I don't have a Titan anymore. So my out is for my opponent to have nothing, basically. Don't draw something, please. That's fine. Oh, there you go. If only you had shown up like 5 turns earlier. My opponent can safely plus here, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because I cannot Titan and find the land. Rough. I mean, this is a pretty easy split. I'm just gonna sack this pile. Keep the other one. Probably not winning this one. Probably not winning this one. We're also kind of running out of threats. I mean, I guess we're not. And my opponent keeps whiffing on a clock, so... Oh, you guys are too late. If you had shown up like 2 or 3 turns earlier, we would be in a much better spot, but... This is rough. Well, I can't pact because my opponent's gonna Lily ult, and then they're going to kill me, so... I cannot pact here. And they should plus again, probably. Man, the Liliana game is rough. And this one should finish the game. Man, we got a little bit unlucky there. I think that it was just that turn where I should have played the damn, I should have played the freaking, what's his name? The steerings instead of the scout. That was a mistake. I think that was the mistake that cost me the game. I think that was the mistake that cost me the game, honestly. Against BG, I like to keep in 28 lands because post-board they really are on the LD plan. So having access to all my reliable ramp is very good. Scouts are pretty bad though. They can play around they help you play around Fulminator, but that's like a mild upside. I don't think they are particularly good. Ramming Excavator is like the MVP of the matchup. Tireless Tracker is of course insane as well. We can side out one Amulet, probably a second one too. Can side out one Pact and probably side out one Steerings. The reason why I side out the Pact is because of the situation we just saw right there. Pact has a very big downside in this matchup. It can be a liability, and it's also a pretty important tempo hit, right? Like the fact that you need you basically need to pass a turn where you don't do anything because you need to be paying for your pact. This hand seems like exactly what I want in this matchup. It's sad that we have this in my opener, so my opponent is most likely going to like discard spell it out of my hand. So that part is sad, but Relic is excellent. I think I want the Relic, but I don't want the Crossroads. Turn 1 discard spell for sure. They might have a, if they get a prime time, then I'm for sure expecting a surgical there. Oh, what's up, Antioch Ghost. Thanks for hanging out today. Serum Visions. Okay, was not expecting that one to be the pick. That's fine. It's unfortunate that I'm kind of forced into playing this out here. That kind of sucks a little bit. Hey, thank you very much for that cheer. Thanks a lot, really appreciate it. And this is that's pretty bad. Bye Coalition Relic. Bye Coalition Relic. Asusa is our best draw here. In fact, if we draw Asusa, we kind of just win. Yeah, I have no interest in playing out the excavator. I definitely want to make sure that I get value from that excavator before I play it out. So I'm definitely, I know that it shows my opponent my hand, but that I think that's fine. This is gonna be Liliana. Yeah, that's pretty bad. If they plus, I think I discarded Titan here. It's bad in the face of Surgical, but I mean, can't really do much about Surgical. Steerings into Simic Growth, I guess. So you told me what style do you play? So what style do I play? It's kind of like a broad question. I studied a lot of different styles, I guess. What I like to play, it's not usually what I end up playing. Ooh, I just missed a very bad. I just made a very bad mistake. Actually, I should have played Vesuva copying the Treetop Village. That was a punt. I should have definitely done that. I mean, I can still do that this turn because I can play the Excavator and play the Vesuva. But that was... I totally missed that play, actually. Okay, so we're gonna do that right now. But yeah, so I play a bunch of... right now, mostly what I play is cover gigs and stuff like that. So I play a lot of, you know, pop, rock, that kind of thing. And here it kind of sucks, but I'm going to discard Kalni, I think. Because if my opponent doesn't have any LD, I get to Titan. So Damnation. Okay, so they don't have any LD. Sweet. Well, that's what I did. I think I think that missing that turn though was a very big issue actually. I think I'm going to discard the Gemstone here, and I'm gonna use this turn to attack the Liliana, playing out the Kalni. I guess if I'm gonna do that, I should discard the Path then, because this makes, because I'm not gonna be able to haste, and okay, sure. I'm not gonna be able to haste, and I definitely want to be able to. I don't think I want to be dealing with Liliana Ultimate. So we're doing that, and then I'm gonna play Kalni again. So now I'm protecting from Edict. You ever listened to the Bad Plus? Their drummer is trash. Check him out. They do a lot of pop covers, avant-garde styles. Anyway, back to the magic. Enjoy. Appreciate your content. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I actually had a student once that was like a super big, huge fan of the Bad Plus. The drummer is actually pretty sweet, actually. Okay, so if they plus here, I think we kinda win. Okay, so they are holding up probably Assassin's Trophy, so we can path. My opponent did not Liliana plus, so they know about this Titan, so they clearly have an answer to this Titan. So, huh. No, I need to Titan here. They will have the Assassin's Trophy, but that is fine. T-West Teamic Growth. Bounce the T-West. And I guess we just pass. No, I'm going to play the Gemstone, actually. Because if their answer is push, like push plus Lily minus, I can just discard the Azusa as well. I guess their answer is, yeah, so their answer is push plus lead minus. This is fine. But now I can transmute plus actually cast the Titan, which otherwise I would not have been able to. So I think this is fine. What's my opponent doing over there? Tracker. That is kind of annoying. Transmute. Summoner's Pact. Summoner's Pact. For Primeval Titan. Do this. Yes. And I think I'm gonna get Bogles Garrison plus... Oh, Liliana can't minus. Okay, so we are in a very good spot here, actually. I think I just do the same thing again. Setting up for the next Titan. Interesting to know about Damnation. Oh, it was sarcasm. The drummer is insane. Yeah, no, the drummer is very good. Yeah. Okay. So we pay for Pact. Play Amulet, sure. No need for me to transmute yet. If they have an answer, they need to use it right now. They don't, so I swing at... Actually, I swing at them. Liliana is not doing anything. Liliana just at one loyalty is just not doing anything at all, really. So, Sunhome plus bounce land, so I can replay Kalni. Seems like the play. I don't need to do anything, and if my opponent goes for the double block, I just Sunhome and get him. We're doing pretty well for now. We're doing pretty well. No blocks. So if I double strike, I guess I might as well double strike. And now I guess I play out the Kalni. This part is for sure. And I guess I pass the turn with double Azusa in hand. There's no need for me to expose another Titan, because the next turn I can simply transmute and cast a Titan on the same turn. So I just have no idea how my opponent wins here. And they don't. Next. Okay. My opponent showed me Tasigur. Does that change my plan? I don't think it does, really. I think I'm going to simply like take out all the scouts and just go for more amulets. Or I guess I could bring back the other steerings. I think this is fine. Too many cantrips might become a little bit clunky. I think I keep this. It's actually not a bad keep at all. Put one card on the bottom. Alright. No discard on one is very good for me. Okay, so I was gonna say, like, now we have to think about sequencing, but having drawn that path, I think it kinda settles that I want to place Crossroads on one. Because if they play a Bob, I kinda need to kill it. This is fine. They're probably gonna take the steerings. I have been loving the Serum Visions so far, Ben Slove. When and why do you take out Amulet? Good question. So we're taking out Amulet here because the way that this matchup plays out, we usually end up in a top deck war. Okay, so my opponent is we both end up with 0 cards in our hand. Both of us end up with 0 cards in our hand, and it's basically the fight between the top of my deck versus my opponent's top of their deck. And when that is the case, you don't want to have cards that do nothing when you play them, like Amulet or stuff like. That's not a good draw. So you basically want to make sure that you're hitting your land drops and leaving yourself in a position where you are just your top decks are better than your opponents. Basically, that's what we're trying to do. And Amulet doesn't help that at all. So I'm kind of interested in pathing this. The only problem with that is it's going to give my opponent clearly does not have a second black source. And if I path him, that gives them a second black source. So I think I'm going to hold off. I guess they did find the second black source anyway. Let's path it here. Them taking the Coalition Relic there was pretty bad for us, actually. Although I guess next turn we could potentially... Oh, never mind, they have the Fulminator. I was gonna say we could pact for Azusa, but of course with them having Fulminator, we don't really want to mess with that. Man, it would be nice to find like a Botanical Sanctum or something like that. We got no place here, so I'm just gonna pass. Yikes! This card is going to kill us. So do I pact for Azusa here? I think I'm going to pact for Azusa. Now we're not afraid of Fulminator anymore, so seems worth it. Worth it. Well, I guess we're still afraid of Fulminator, I guess. Though they're probably gonna go after the garrison, and if that's the case, then no, I guess I die. Yeah, I guess if they have another Fulminator, we die here. But I think we're gonna be dying to this tracker sooner than we're dying to a potential Fulminator, so it's like they need to have exactly another Fulminator, or like land plus Liliana plus Liliana Last Hope. So I think it's worth it to pact for Azusa here. Because this ramps me for basically 2 turns. This is a boost for 2 turns, that's what I mean. So I think if we let this tracker go for 2 turns, the tracker itself is gonna kill us. So yep. Fetching a basic there is kind of scary. Okay. What are you trying to say here, opponents? Are they going to double trophy and cheese me out? Wow, that's so greedy. That's so greedy, and they were rewarded. That's insane. Wow. That's insane. That's so greedy of them. Like, cause standard Standard AmuLIT, play 4 basics. Wow. I was not expecting that. I don't think it's worth playing around that either, right? Rockman, thank you very much for that Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Let's update the sub. Alright. Thank you for the support. We can probably keep this. It's a little bit greedy, but the fact that we have Kalni makes things much better for us. Yeah, usually like standard Amulet deck lists have access to four basics, so it's super sketchy that my opponent went for like the double what's his name? Okay. Well, if my opponent's playing Blood Moon. I guess I'm gonna discard the basic. Asusa is by far our best draw. We're playing against another streamer, by the way. Squatchief. He streams a lot of Modern. Cool guy for you to follow. So if you haven't followed him yet, make sure you do so. Okay. Find an amulet, please. Ooh, Coalition Relic is sexy. If they have K-Command, we are screwed, but otherwise, that was a sick rip. Attack Liliana, sure, of course. They might have the K-Command here. Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yikes. Okay, we can probably concede here safely. Nice Sakamalis the other day. Yeah, that was pretty sweet. So I suspect that my opponent's hand is a second K-Command. Because they didn't plus last turn. So I think Libor Time, thank you for the follow. I think we can safely concede here. Addicting Coffee, thank you for the follow. I don't think we can beat like Liliana Ultimate plus Blood Moon. That's just not a thing our deck can beat, unfortunately. We definitely want this, we definitely want all of that. And there's no way we want negates against the discard Liliana deck. That's just not a thing. Hornet Queen out. Take out the Tribe Scouts. Maybe we play like a fun off Hive Mind to maybe be able to cheese out a win. Also consider my opponent has no way to get rid of the hive mind once it hits the battlefield. I'm willing to risk that one for the lols. I still don't want access to Pact of Negation. This is just like a random hive mind that if I draw it's great, maybe, and if I don't, then it's probably fine anyway. So Scarl, if you were not aware, yesterday was April's Fools, and the list that I posted is complete garbage. that was the point. There's a lot of yeah, this hand looks pretty good. Keep. There were a lot of things in there that are just terrible and that you should not ever do. Like for example, play less than 4 Asusas. That is wrong. If you're playing less than 4 Asusas, you are wrong. I don't care what you're saying. I don't care who you are. If you're playing Amulet, you're playing this kind of list, and you're not playing 4 Asusas, you're wrong. I think we're going to die to turn 3 Blood Moon here. Yep, my opponent did nothing for 2 turns. That is the smelliest Blood Moon ever. Asusa, we're gonna copy their swamp. You might ask yourself, why are we copying their swamp? Well, this is so in case I draw a basic forest, we can now we're going to be able to explosives on 3. So that's why we did that. Yes, it would have been much better if we had been able to copy a stupid forest. No questions. Uh-oh. What's your feelings on this? This version is the most standard version. Yeah, so I've been liking the Serum Visions a lot. Of course, that was on the last game when we played against Rock. It was pretty bad because we didn't have a blue source. So that happens, but it's not that likely for that to happen. Like honestly, we had like a very healthy amount of blue sources. We have this, all of this, Crumbling Vestige, so that is 14 blue sources. Crumble to dust. What did they dust? Semi-growth? Nah, whatever. That's not doing anything. So I think that if they have an answer to, like, right now we need to top deck. We need to top the Coalition Relic, and we need to, and we need my opponent to not have top the Coalition Relic, and need my opponent to not have Kolaghan's Command. If you had Sakam on the battlefield here, you would have won. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Also, if I had this on the battlefield, I would have won. If I had this on the battlefield, I would have won. So, do you see what I'm trying to say here? Combo. Give my opponent the GGs and move on to the next match. Amulet lost to Blood Moon, huh? Yeah, I know you're trolling, Felix. Yeah, I mean it happens, right? Like I just kind of struggle to see what my opponent's deck beats. Yeah, Squad Chief, like what is that deck? What a pile of garbage. I wish Sakama would be viable. Yeah, but I mean, why? It's just a stupid dino. It's I wish we could play like Emrakul, the Aeon Storm. Just like it's just a card that's it's cool. It's not meant for competitive play. I mean, Emrakul is way more meant for competitive play than Sakama, especially because with Sakama you can't even like if you didn't cast it, you don't get the untap trigger. Like, what is that? Like, what is that shit? Like, really? Wow, it's just bad. We're definitely keeping this. Most definitely keeping this. You can play Emrakul if you play Breach. Yeah, but I don't like Breach. I thought you were a Sakama believer now. I thought you knew me better, Mamwa. Come on. Yes, you did. And I think that you were wrong, Felix, but that's fine. I mean, Sakama had its time in the sun way longer than way longer than I thought was logical, but it's fine. I mean, I kind of love that people tried it, honestly. I think that it's cool that people gave it a shot and they tried it. In fact, I tried it on stream on multiple occasions. It was just terrible every single time. So I really don't know like what the appeal that people were seeing was, but I mean, but if you're for a second, I was almost afraid of a discard spell. Then my opponent played an Nihil Spellbomb, and I chuckled a little bit inside. Paper Frog, thank you for the follow. So we're already on a mulligan. This card is terrible in any matchup that goes turn 1 basic swamp into Nihil Spellbomb. Pact of Negation is a terrible card. So if my opponent is a Liliana deck, which they probably are, then I will most likely be discarding this Pact of Negation at the first possible chance that I get. Turn 2, we're gonna play the Gemstone, I think. I mean, if we draw a bounce land, any bounce land, we are going to have access to turn 4 Titan, so that's cool. And I'm pretty sure that unless my opponent is playing Mardu Pyro and they slam a moon on turns 3 or 4, that turn 4 Titan is going to be more than enough to beat any turn 1 Nihil Spellbomb decks. Yeah, drawing the basics is terrible against trophy decks, but I mean, what can I do? I love just, having lands. I just love the expression reaction from my opponents. That's the only reason to play Sakama. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you would play Sakama at FNM. It's just a really fun card to play. You would play Sakama at FNM. Like, I would never play Sakama at GP. So I finally bought this list online, but somehow ended up getting Gemstone Commerce instead of Gemstone Mines. That's a $30 price difference per card. I was so tilted. I bought a playset of Tendo Ice Bridges to tide me over. Yeah, I have no idea when this card spiked so hard. Like, I think Gemstone is like 30 tickets right now or something. E-Price Gemstone Mine. Yeah, 34 tickets. Because it says that the promos are 12 tickets, but that's usually a lie, because that is cards that no bot will have available, so that's not really the price of the card, because if you can't buy it for that price, then yeah, because I mean, Gemstones have been like 5 tickets for the longest time, and now they spiked super hard. Sold your Gemstones at 28. Yeah, I mean, it's only a 2-off in Dredge, right? The only deck that plays at a 4-off is plays it as a 4-off is Amulet, I think. Because Dredge plays it as a 2-off, then like sometimes Nauseam plays a couple of copies. Maybe. But that's not usually the case. Yeah, and T-West's also spiked, but that is mostly because of the Weird Person deck. But I think T-West went back a fair bit. Ooh, classic. Classic. Okay, now that that happened, I guess the Pacting for Azusa is no longer a play. And if I go get a bounce landed, that's actually way worse for me. So I think I'm simply gonna play out the T-West here. Play out the T-West past the turn, and we're just gonna make all land drops, and thanks to my opponent's ramp, we're gonna make a turn 5 Titan. And that's it. Turn 5 Titan definitely beats Scavenging Ooze. That I will tell you. So what do we do here? I think I actually want to get the Botanical Sanctum here. And it might sound a little bit weird, but I want to play around like one extra Assassin's Trophy from my opponent. And I want to make sure like that I get that. Like I don't care about this ooze at all. So the explosives being in my hand doesn't help me at all. If this actually becomes an issue, I can simply transmute for explosives. So I think that making sure that I 100% have access to primetime mana, even through my opponent destroying my lands, is way more valuable than this. Yep, sweet. Okay, so we're just simply going to play a Primeval Titan and just win the game. I guess we're getting Colony plus bounce land, so we can bounce, and in case things get actually dangerous with these gooses, we just swipe them away. But yeah, this is just the done deal. Like, my opponent can't win anymore. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna sideboard in the same way we did before, taking this out, adding Ghost Squatter, taking out Cavernous Souls, bringing in explosives, and this guys, and some number of Path to Exile, and then we're taking out Scouts, one Amulet, and I think it was one Steerings. Maybe I actually want to take out one Path. Let's do this instead. 3 Path, 2 explosives is probably enough. Yeah, check that out. That's 15 tickets for a Tularia West. That's insane. I guess that you can get like the shitty promo one for 1164. But yeah, the Word Person deck is very good, and it actually plays the full playset of full 4 T-West. Because they can, you know, get any of this, and either of this or Tech Edge. So it's actually, T-West is very, very good in the Word Person deck. T-West is also very good in Amulet. But yeah, but Amulet has been playing 3 T-Wests for years, while the Word Person deck has started playing the full playset only like 3 months ago or something, maybe a little bit more. Not a connoisseur of Word Person's evolution. As the biologist, my opponent collected brutality, me seeing a second and third Amulet. If I then drew the 4th into Titan, my first reaction was pretty funny. Yeah, brutality is not the most insane card against us. It gets any of this and this, but usually you're getting rid of this very easily. I mean, that's actually one of the reasons to play around this card. These usually find lands. So to play around this card, you're usually trying to use Steerings and Serum Visions at basically the earliest that you can. Them tagging the path is of course annoying, but that's whatever. But yeah, brutality is not particularly insane against us. That's when you show us a video of your friend reaction. Can you imagine you just like play your whole match with like your phone or like a camera just recording your friend's face? He just went kind of catatonic. Don't people wear like GoPros to GP? Is that a thing? Like, can you be recording your match? Is that something you can do? I don't know if you can do that. That would be kind of interesting, actually, if you just like, I don't know, just like basically live stream your whole event, just like looking at your hand and like what your opponent's doing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, cause I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. I mean, this is what we want. We just want Azusa's. So the fact that my opponent would need to discard spell to prevent me to get Azusa's. Of course, if I'm allowed to, I am basically slamming this Serum Visions on one. Not only because I want to get it out of my hand, but because I want to dig into a bounce land more than anything. If I find a Titan along the way, that's fine. But you definitely want to. You definitely want to. I definitely want to find a bounce land here. GoPro to capture the moments you cast the Kama. Yeah, you can just be like, yeah, wait a second, wait a second. You just count all your mana. You're like, okay, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. You just like grab your GoPro, set it up, you know, and then be like, okay, tap everything, Sakama. just, just, just to mess with them. Somehow we are over 5 minutes ahead of my opponent. I would assume that they are either double queuing or something like that. Mana Leak, your line drop, yeah. Mana Tithe, you know? OP moves to 5. Sweet, no, this card on turn 1 is good for us. I think I'm gonna use the Vestige. Sweet, so now we can safely bottom these two. And now my opponent is gonna be hard pressed to stop me from getting to 6 mana. You heal Fatality. That's a 1-2 Goif. Yeah, I guess I might as well play that out. Mostly to protect it from this card, I guess. And hopefully my opponent spends their turn like decaying the Amulet or like Assassin's Trophy in the Amulet. That would be insane. That's an Inquisition. Not many choices for my opponent. Second Inquisition would be annoying though. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Okay, fortunately my opponent's clock is not the fastest clock I've ever seen. So that's something. Okay. Liliana. This is gonna grow the Goif, which is kind of annoying actually. I guess I'm gonna discard the Garrison. It's kind of shitty, but I think I have to because this is my second blue source to be able to transmute if I find a T-West. It's a solid draw. Okay, so at this point I think I'm discarding the Gemstone Mine. Yeah, there was one Titan in the steerings. That's fine. I mean, we still have a bunch of them. You know what? Actually, I should have probably played the Simic Growth there. I was thinking I wanted to get some value from what? Oh, I guess they want to get in. Prime time? Let's just win this game. I guess that one also helps. So the card that I'm getting here, I am going to be discarding. Because I feel like I want to pass this Tarmogoyf, that's why I bounced the Forest there. So I just need time here. Ugh. Well, I guess I'm not passing the Tarmogoyf. Though, if I find explosives, I can destroy both. No, but I need to pass the tracker. Tracker just accrues too much value, and starting next turn. Oh, white. Oh no, that's fine. There's already an instant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I draw Primeval Titan, I win. Please. Nope. There it is. Interesting. So I guess I'm going to play this out. No, I don't have time to do that. I guess I'm going to play this out. Okay, so I'm going to die here. So I'm going to play this out and hope that my opponent doesn't plus. But I think I need to keep the explosives on top because I need to stop this Tarmogoyf. Loved your April Fool's joke, Francisca. Thank you for the support, Bogorad. Glad you enjoyed the you enjoyed the joke. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold once again. Okay, I think I'm actually dead now that I think of it. Yeah, I think I'm dead. This Liliana Minus is going to kill me. And even if they don't, then this is 5 plus 3, 8. So I am actually dead here. Wow, my opponent beat me on a multi 5. That's impressive. They had turn 2 pluck into turn 3 double discard, which got both of my ramp spells. Yep. I'm just conceding here. That was impressive. I do like this configuration though, so let's try it again. What was the purpose of playing out Slayers there? So for my opponent to minus and make a mistake, but then I would die to the treatable edge. So there was not really any purpose, honestly. If we don't play Slayers, we are in the same spot anyway, right? Because like, I guess my only out would be for my opponent to plus for no reason instead of ultimating, and for me to discard the Slayers, and then I vision, so I would bottom both the explosives and the other thing, and I draw a natural land. I mean, it's burn fair because when I palette burn and lose, people are like, "Oh, sorry, bro, guess burn didn't behave tonight." But when I lose with Amulet, people look at me like, "Guess you didn't, you did? Guess you did, don't those lines, huh? Oh, you didn't find those lines." Yeah, Amulet is harder than burn, I would say. I'm just saying, if we know the top card is non-land, there is no point in playing out land into Liliana ult in general, but in this case, no decision matter. Yeah, I don't think that it mattered. I guess that by playing out this stronghold, I am maybe hoping that, like, trying to help my opponent make a mistake, and then we like exposes away the Tarmogoyf, but then we just die to the stupid treat up anyway. So little brother plays with precons, gonna see if he enjoys playing against Amulet. Well, good luck to your brother. We're gonna play you choose your hand. That's just BM, my friend. That's not cool. That's not cool. I mean, if you want to turn your brother against, you want to turn your brother away from magic. That's a good way to achieve that. Yeah, as I was saying, this is kind of what we want. So I'm gonna keep this. I would like to see a second Azusa. Arrogance is mainly for Were Person. Yes, Were Person and humans. Those are the two matchups where Tragic Arrogance shines the brightest. Then there's like random matchups where you bring it in and it can be very good. Like the other day I played against the stupid Eldrazi deck, the Serum Powder Eldrazi deck, and it was insane there too. Well, if they play a 1-1-on-1, you can still kill them on. With the ideal hand, you can do it. Just use 3 amulets. You're gonna be fine. With 3 amulets, you can triple Titan on turn 2. Is Arrogance really good versus Phoenix? They don't go that wide. No, it's not good. I don't bring it in against Phoenix. Also, double white against Phoenix is not easy to achieve either, so I kind of want to find the Coalition Relic here. Failed miserably. I guess we're gonna get the Crossroads. Well, hope my opponent goes like turn 1 tap land into turn 2 Goyf. Basically, if my opponent has the start they had last game, we are very likely to win. They do have the Inquisition though. Not a plethora of options for my opponents. That's an Amulet. I guess we're playing it. Might as well. This is worse than Azusa though. 100% worse than Azusa. That is a problem. That is a real big problem. Okay, Serum Visions. Well, at this point, we don't really care about this anymore. We just care about finding a Titan. So I guess I'm going to play out this Slayer Stronghold. It's a Tarmogoyf that doesn't really do much yet. Now we can make it tiny if we want to. First experience with MTG were with a white deck against my friend Paladin his junky elves deck. When I found out that the anger of the gods exhausted, I got one and he rage quit Magic forever. Oh, existed. I get it. Tarmogoyf in the house. That's an Azusa. Huh. So I guess I want to develop my mana here. 100% developing my mana. Bounce this one. Play Asusa. Now we're gonna play, I guess, Bog myself into Crossroads. I guess I Crossroads first, because if my opponent wants to... Maybe they want to like sack and push Asusa, which I would be very much okay with. Yeah, they're gonna go for that. So I guess if next turn I just make bog them, makes they go if a 2/3. I'm gonna take 6 here, and I'm just in the if I draw a Titan, I win the game portion of the match. I guess if this is a Fulminator, that would be kind of annoying. I can probably still beat Fulminator, but then yeah, now my play last turn feels way worse because I'm 1 land drop behind. I could be 1 land drop ahead actually. So yeah, I feel worse about my choice last turn. Yep. One, two, three, four. Green bounce land wins the game here. Yeah, so I wanted my opponent to go into. I basically wanted my opponent to be baited into. This is the land, right? I wanted to bait my opponent into doing that. I guess I just got a little bit overconfident. Over that confident. I mean, still any land gets me Titan. Any bounce land gets me Titan, and any. Green bounce land, please. Not a green bounce land. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess I'm forced into playing the Ghost Quarter here. This is getting kind of awkward. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Punt. It was probably just bad to do that. Yeah, I guess that you're correct, and they were going to be playing Azusa anyway. Yeah, that's kind of shitty. Yeah, I guess I might have punted this away. That's another Bob. So I died to a second brutality. Oh, they just have Thoughtseize. Yep, I guess I lost this game by just being dumb. I guess I just lost this game by being stupid and not considering the fact that my opponent was probably going to push my Azusa anyway. I'm dead to another brutality, but like I would be surprised if my opponent has another brutality. Yeah, that's wow. Why would they have so many brutalities there? Yep. Mistakes were made for sure. Actually, let's drop and start a new league. Uh, okay. I did not really like the Hornet Queen main deck. It was a little bit awkward, so I think I'm gonna try this instead. I think I'm gonna try this again. So the same sideboard that we played earlier. What's up, Aaron? Are you too exposed to burn with your new list, or do you think it is okay? Honestly, I think the burn matchup is fine. We could be playing like another Crossroads or Radiant Fountain in the sideboard, or maybe I don't know. Maybe we could be playing like a Thragtusk or something. I just don't know over what. If you don't think he'll enjoy fighting Amulet, is Grixis Shadow manageable? No, I don't think it is. If your friend is just like playing or was it your little brother? I forgot. If they're playing a shitty deck, you probably want to play a shitty deck if you don't want them to quit Magic, basically. When I teach new people to play, I usually play shitty decks against shitty decks. If I want to get them hooked. Huh. This is an interesting hand. Okay, so they are playing a good deck then. Welcome to real life, idiot. Yep. I think I'm going to mulligan here. Am I? Maybe I'm going to keep. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. So we're going to scout on one, hoping that my opponent kills it, and then we're going to hope that we can steer things into good stuff. But yeah, I wanted to take a quick second to thank everybody for hanging out today. My name is Francisco, and if you are not familiar with this channel, we play a lot of Amulet here. We play Amulet mostly, and then some other modern and legacy decks from time to time. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that follow button. It's free, and you can get notified whenever I go live. If you want to support the channel, you can subscribe. You can get access to these beautiful emotes, as well as we're playing the mirror. We might be playing the mirror actually. As well as my sideboard guide exclusive for subscribers. You only need to send me a PM, Twitch, here on Twitch, Discord, anywhere. Speaking of Discord, if you want to join the Amulet Discord, you can use that link over there. If you want to follow me on Twitter, social media, you can use that's my handle at fbolosmtg. And if you want to check out my previous streams, this is my YouTube channel where I upload all of my content. Finally, if you want to support the stream in a different way, or you want to see your 75 any deck, basically modern or legacy or probably anything else really, you can send any donation that covers the entry fee of a league, and I will play your 75 live here on stream. There was a question. Hi Fran, I tried this list and I couldn't do nothing against Grixis Shadow. Too many hunters dropped and I thought it was possible to win. Any advice? Well, Pakalov, yeah, the Shadow matchup is awful, and I mean, there's nothing, nothing else that I can really say about that. It's just an awful matchup. You can try. I used to run Chameleon Colossus when I wanted to, like, target the Shadow matchup a little bit harder, and it worked fine. So maybe you can try that. I guess we take Coalition Relic here. We're still missing a Titan, but we're also missing Lance, so I feel like Coalition Relic is just a better option. And that Coalition Relic is going to give me access to turn 4 Titan next turn. I mean, not next turn, the following turn, right? Arena donation, like, well, yeah, yeah, I will play Grixis Shadow. I think Grixis Shadow is a cool deck, actually. Boggle you at Nauseam opponent. Okay. So wait, basically we just need to find the prime time. We just need to find the prime time. Preferably prime time with spoils from the bolt. Okay. Ad nauseam. They just it was literally on top. Is that what happened? It was literally the top card, so they lost 0 life. Interesting. Oh, they knew about the spoils, right? Because they visions into it. So I guess that makes sense. Yeah, they put 2 cards on top. So that spoils, that Serum Visions, that spoils was basically just a cantrip, just to draw 1. Always yield. Yeah. Okay, so this allows me to... Crap. So this T-West allows me to pay for Pact of Negation, but I also needed to get a Titan. So I think what I'm going to do is I will simply... I guess I can transmute for a Simic growth. Nah, it's better to keep this in play. Oh, I'm stupid. I should have added red mana there. Oh, I should have added red mana. I missed on 2 free damage. I'm dumb. I should have thought about this. Punts, mistakes all over the place. Yeah, this should have been red mana. This allows me to swing with both scouts and still allows me to have access to double blue. So maybe my opponent goes all in and they don't play around Pact of Negation because I'm just like not showing them that I have double blue. That was a mistake for sure. I missed on some life. And I'm definitely not counting the Lotus Blooms here. If they have Pact of Negation, they win. So that's that. Which they probably do have at this point. They're gonna spoils for Pact. Okay. It was again like the second to top card. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're not beating this kind of ad nauseam draw. Not without having found a Titan earlier. Although I guess a Titan wouldn't have gotten me there either. Okay, we can probably just concede here. Okay, we want Negates, we want Pact of Negation, we don't want Bujuki Bog. We want Rex Sage. We probably can side out 1 Coalition Relic. I guess I want Ghost Squatter over Kalnigar, and this is doing literally nothing. So I'd rather have access to the untapped land that can randomly be relevant. And then we're gonna... I guess we keep 1 explosives in, that's fine. And then... Take out 1 Serum and 1 Steerings. Now I'm gonna take out another. Take out 1 Scout maybe. No, another Steerings. That's fine. This sand is kind of cool. Okay. We already have access to a pact. We have access to a prime time. We can play Amulet off the Gemstone Mine on turn 1. Then we can play the Relic of the Crumbling Vestige on turn 2, and then basically a bounce land wins us the game. What's your thoughts on Canister's latest list with 4 Botanical Sanctums and make the Hive Mind combo? It's very interesting, definitely. I think Canister is an amazing player, so everything that he has to say about Amulet, I will probably try it out, and I respect it a lot. So I never discard anything that that Canister says. It might be correct, and I will definitely try it out. But for now, I am liking the list that I'm on, so I will probably continue working on this one. It's kind of funny that Vesuva actually works with Crumbling Vestige. I mean, this is better, of course, but it's funny that we already had it covered. K3 Long, thank you for the follow. Have you seen any card in War of the Spark that you like? Did you see the Uncommon Curia? I think it's a cool ram that does not die to a bolt. I didn't like any of the cards. I don't think any of the cards spoiled so far is better than the stuff that we have already going. So I don't think any of them are worth it. Sorry I got in late. Please tell me about Hive Mind. Why Hive Mind? So basically Hive Mind is a win con for decks that can like go over the top of you and create board states that you cannot beat. Pact of Negation, my Primeval Titan. One, two, three. I might need to pack this actually. I might need to pack this because this puts me 2 turns behind, and with my mana base, if I don't cast this Titan, I won't be able to pact on my next turn. So I think I need to actually pack this to help resolve this Primeval Titan. Feels a little bit weird, but I think it's correct to do this. And I'm not playing around Slaughter Pact. If they have Slaughter Pact, they have it. Swing. So I need to pay for negation. I think it's very likely that I'm dead next turn regardless. But yeah. It's just a matter of my mana being like pretty awkward. I think what I'm gonna get is double T-West here. Yep. I could pack for Azusa, but that doesn't achieve anything. So, simply gonna do this. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I don't have enough mana to pack for anything that's not Azusa. If I could have enough mana to pack for Rexage, I would definitely pack for Rexage and destroy the Pentat Prison. So, but yeah, we might be dead here though. It's not impossible for my opponent to just go land, Simian Spirit Guide, just, you know, just kill you. They didn't though. Okay, what am I gonna be doing? I think I'm going to be pacting for Sage and destroying the Pentat Prism. Or I can transmute for second Pact of Negation. Both of those plays sound very, very interesting to me. I think I'm gonna pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to swing with Primetime, get Simic plus Bounce Land, and I'm going to transmute for Blue Pact and then Pact for Sage. Oh, they're just gonna kill me on my upkeep. Okay, so they just wanted to like tap me out, I guess. So I didn't have access to negate, which is smart from my opponent actually. But yeah, we'll see how they go about killing me. We'll see how they go about killing me. And yeah, and as you can see, I was very, very dead, right? Like if I had not been able to resolve my prime time, they still kill me on their turn. They just grace on upkeep, and then they just kill me. So here I'm just going to discard a couple of lands to make my opponent's life slightly more challenging. Yeah, my opponent had a turn 3 kill with Pact backup. That is cool. Turn 3 kill with Pact of Negation backup. How did they cyber? They cybered nothing? I guess they brought in Thoughtseize, and maybe they have 3 pacts in the main and they brought in the 4th one. Because there's 3 here and they already used 1. So if we play haste, if we play Sage and don't haste, then I die on my upkeep because I don't have enough mana to play double to pay for double pact. So I did that on purpose. Yeah. So that is why we didn't do that. I guess my opponent knows how their deck works, so we're going to give them the GGs. You'd be surprised at how this has worked for me in the past. So that's why I always try it. But you would be surprised. In fact, one time I got my opponent twice in the same match. Like I won a match 0-3 basically. Like the first time my opponent discards everything, literally every single one of their lands to their Lightning Storm, and I just discard 1 land and I kill them because they don't have any library, so they die. And then on the second match, on the second game, they actually kill me with Lavman, and on the third game I do the same thing, but they discard every single land -1. So they discard every single one. I discard 1, change the target. They discard 1, change the target. I discard 1, change the target again, and they die. It's hilarious. You would be surprised of how many times people would do like stupid stuff like that. It's funny. Here this hand could be bad against some aggro decks and stuff. For example, like my opponent mulligan to 5 makes me Yeah, so this is a tough choice actually. I think I'm gonna get Amulet because Amulet kind of speeds me up, and this gives me a turn 4 Titan now. But it's possible that I should be getting Bojuki Bog. On the blind, I think Amulet simply has more value. But there's a very strong argument since my opponent mulligans so low. I guess that my opponent could be on Bogles, so now I'm very happy that I chose the Amulet over the Bojuki Bog because he would have done nothing. So I feel like a genius. Swarth Renoster, thank you for the follow. Okay, so here we're going to Serum Visions. I guess we bottom both of these. And I guess I steerings. Yep. Alright, because now we know that we have second Amulet, so if my opponent taps out, they are dead. Ooh, Core Spirit Dancer. Now they are like super mega archie dead. Cool deck you got going on over there, OP. Cool deck. Make a ton of mana. Bounce. Back for Primeval Titan. Cast Primeval Titan. Yes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Bounce. Pact. Another Primeval Titan. Feel free to concede at any time. I can even transmute for Pact of Negation. I don't even want to. 3, yeah. Let's do it so we can show off. Ordos Garrison, Slayer Stronghold. And I have no idea why my opponent hasn't conceded yet. Sanctuary Gemstone Mine. Serum Visions is significantly better than Adventurous Impulse. The only thing is that playing Serum Visions has a very real cost, which is if we had Serum Visions literally gave us a turn 3 kill there, while Adventurous Impulse would have whiffed. so just so you know the difference in power level between both of those. However, Adventurous Impulse has an actual real cost. And Serum Visions has an actual real deck building cost, which is we are forced into playing these lands that are not. I mean, they are very good lands, but they are not particularly stellar in the matchup, right? Instead of playing stellar in the deck, I mean. Instead of being able to play like Ghost Squatter and Bojuki Bog and multiple like basics, which are great. Basics really are great right now. So that's the cost. We need to basically change our mana base and not play the utility lands because we need to have access to blue mana so we can do our thing basically with Serum Visions. I think it's worth it. Personally, I do think it's worth it. And here sideboarding is pretty easy. We bring in Engineered Explosives, we bring in Reclamation, of course, and we bring in Path to Exile. This is a very good example of sideboarding, not for my opponent's deck. I mean, my opponent is literally playing a deck that says Hexproof in the deck, in the name of the deck, right? Because some people call it Aura Hexproof, or I guess you can also call it Bogles. That's what I call it personally, but still, they have a bunch of creatures with Hexproofs. But here I am preemptively sideboarding because I expect my opponent to bring in Gadok Teague, which blanks my Engineered Explosives. So by giving myself outs to Gadok Teague, I am not, you know, entirely cold to the card. So that's why I am sideboarding for my opponent's sideboard. I'm not sideboarding for my opponent's main deck plan. That is always something that you want to be careful of. Careful with. Mindful of. Whatever. Don't judge me. Probably a keep. These T-Wests are going to be able to be transmuted for engineered explosives, which is a good thing. Ugh. That's a really ugly Boggle. I guess if my... No. I was gonna say if my opponent spends their turn... Yeah, I'm going to play around Nature's Claim or something like that by doing this. I was gonna say if my opponent spends their turn Nature's Claiming me, then that's fine, but actually it kinda isn't. And now I'm severely punished by my choice. Okay. This is actually quite a complex Serum Visions. Okay, so things we have some questions to ask here, questions to think about here. First of all, do we want this prime time on top even though we have access to these Summoner's Pacts? Again, the tempo hit of the Summoner Packs might be quite relevant, so I want to watch out. I want to think of that while I make this decision. Second of all, do I play the Amulet this turn? Playing the Amulet this turn gives me the upside of next turn being able to play a Susa and then making up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. No, sorry, making it up to 5 mana, which means that I can transmute Tolaria, but I cannot. I guess I can play an Explosives on 1. Or I can simply hope to get lucky and keep these steerings on top, bottom the prime time, and hope that I find an explosives off of these steerings, or a second amulet. Either of those would work. I think I'm going to go for that one. It might be weird, but like we already have a couple of Summoner's Pacts, and with a Titan, we're not going to be able to. We're not going to be able to. If we Titan, we're not going to be able to transmute for explosives for at least another 2 turns, and we might be very dead by then. So I think I'm going to bottom this. I am going to top steerings, play out basic forest, and play out the amulet. Next turn I can play a Susa. Here we're simply going to F6. No, next turn I'm going to lead on... Yeah, I'm going to lead on steerings, because if we either find a second amulet or we find explosives, I think we're going to win. If we find either of those. Yeah, the Hambras is tough there. This Spirit Dancer is kind of getting out of hand. Okay, so with steerings, hoping to find Amulet. And if we find the second amulet, we win. If we find explosives, we basically get to stop them for 1 turn, which might be pretty good. I mean, hopefully we of course win the game here, right? But yeah, Serum Visions just adds. Yikes, that is very bad actually. We're bottom in a path too. Gross. That's very, very bad. So we play Vestige, we add a green, we tap 3 mana to Asusa. Then we play Sanctum and we play this. And we can't explosive, right? Let's say I play Sanctuary. Play 1, 2, 3. So I can only transmute, but I cannot. Cast it. Alright, so we are simply going to hope that my opponent doesn't have it, which is not the best plan to be. Like that was a rough. That was a rough whiff. Rough whiff. That's funny to say. So we need my opponent to have literal nothing. I guess like 3 Path to Exiles. We can beat like 3 Path to Exiles. So that's what we're hoping for. We can't even transmute this turn. That's gross. Well, actually, we can pact for Rexage here. Rexage can deal with the Ethereal Armor. And it blocks. So, I think I'm going to... Yeah, I think pacting for Sage is my best option here. Pact for Sage, then I pay for Pact on upkeep, and if Asusa survives, I get to do stuff. What do you mean by does it block? Sage does block, yeah. But I am trying to play around. Like, I need to put a body, because I need this Asusa to survive, right? I cannot chump block. Another question is, do I destroy the Hyena Umbra or the Ethereal Armor? I guess I destroy the Umbra, because like the armor is killing me like a Rancor is killing me anyway. So I might as well make my engineered explosives better. They don't have protection from creatures yet. Okay, that's an Umbra. We can chump. As long as there's no Rancor or the one that gives their dudes flying, we're fine. Monastery Mentor. My opponent is playing Monastery Mentor in their Bogles deck, and they just chump attacked into my Asusa for no reason. Cool. I am perplexed. I am absolutely perplexed. Okay, what is the best course of action here? I can... What can I do here? Can I transmute for EE on 1? I can... I don't have access to double blue, so I cannot transmute for explosives on 1. So I think that my best shot is going to be to Titan. And again, I am not beating Rancor, and I am not beating the other card. What's the other card's name? Grief's Boon. I'm not beating those two, so I'm not going to play around them because I just cannot afford to. Gonna swing, and we're gonna get Kalni Garden, and crossroads, I guess, to be the farthest away from death as possible. And then next turn we pay for pact. Then we have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we have access to a solid amount of mana. So next turn we should actually be able to transmute for explosives. What is the name of this guy that was also playing Amulet and you said before that you respect his opinion? Canister. Canister. Spelled like this. I recommend you check. He doesn't play Amulet like almost every day like we do here, but lately he's been playing quite a bit of it, so it's nice to coronet. We can beat that one. We can beat that one for sure. Yikes. Yeah, that one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. Okay. Why is my opponent still doing this? I don't understand. 1, 2. I guess we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay. We only have a single amulet, so we can use this mana to transmute. We're probably going to be transmuting for engineered explosives. We can transmute for Titan next turn. The question now is, what do we put these explosives on? We can put the explosives on 2. Or we can put the explosives on 1. I think I'm going to put the explosives on 1. Because I'm going to be blowing up the Ethereal Armor and the Spider Umbra, and then the Recarnate will fall off. Which means that my opponent's Spirit Dancer will be basically attacking into nothing. I know I'll kill my own Amulet, but that's a price I'm willing to pay to not die to this Spirit Dancer, so... if I play out this Scout, which is something that I'm considering right now, I will also kill my own Scout, but that's fine. Now I'm just trying to make sure... Yeah, 2 gets rid of Coronet and Umbra, and then I still die to the Ethereal Armor. And my opponent has way more 1s than they have 2s. Also, by putting this on 1, I play around both auras that I talk about that just flat out kill me. Which is Rancor and the other thing. So I think I'm actually going to be playing out on 1. Do I play this out as a chump blocker? I think I do. This means that I cannot activate Stronghold here, but I don't want to die to this Mentor, so we're gonna do this. Path to exile my Azusa. Okay. So far, so good. Cycle Canopy is a good sign for me. Play out Dryad Arbor. Yeah, them killing that Azusa is actually kind of annoying because I could have traded with this Spirit Dancer or with this Mentor, and now I am. I mean, I guess I can simply block here. Like if I suspect my opponent doesn't have any more spells, because I'm not beating Path, right? I cannot beat Path because Path just kills my Titan anyway. So what I could do is I could block here and just take 7. Like, how am I winning this game? That's my question. I think that the way I win this game is my opponent has absolutely nothing. I hold these explosives, and next turn my opponent doesn't have. Again, my opponent doesn't have anything, and I just block here and I swing with the Titan. And then I actually crack the explosives on the attack, so it blows off my opponent's Spirit Dancer. So I think I'm going to block here, and I'm not going to activate explosives. Okay, transmute. Summoner's Pact. Pact for prime time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cast Primeval Titan. Yes. T-West Simic Growth. Bounce this. I guess I can explosives on 0 here. Bounce this. Transmute. Engineered explosives. Explosives on 0 place around my opponent's Monastery Mentor. Do this. Go to combat. Swing. Yes. Now I get Vesuva, copying Kabira Crossroads, and Sunhome. Do I have enough mana to activate both? I do. Okay. So we're gonna do Crossroads plus Simic. Crossroads is gonna copy. Vesuva is gonna copy this. Now we're gonna bounce. I guess I'm gonna bounce the other Crossroads so I can get more life next turn. We swing. Opponent cannot block. They take it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so we can also play Coalition Relic for value. We're still in this somehow. We are still in this. It's pretty freaking insane. Like, the fact that we're still playing this game is just incredible. Unflinching Courage. Whoa, wait a second. I guess I need to crack EE on 1 right now. So the coronet falls off, and now, wow, that's pretty insane. Like now the mentor kills me, so now I'm dead. But it's pretty insane. Like we were still in that game. Like my opponent needed exactly, like it had to be a non-one converted mana cost aura. That was like the only way that we don't die there. It had to be a non-one converted mana cost aura. Okay, Monastery Mentor kind of got me a little bit scared there. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I guess. I think I lead on turn 1 scout here. It's gonna be awkward because I'm not gonna be able to turn 2 Asusa unless I draw another blue source. Opponent's got the Boggle. Another primetime is an awful, awful draw. That's the bounce line though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I keep both of these actually. And I'm going to keep this on top and then the Sage on top of that. Sage allows me to interact, and that land is basically what I need to have access to a turn 4 primetime here. Ethereal Armor. You got me. I think I Sage here. Just to slow my opponent down. Because this armor is gonna get out of hand real quick, actually. Okay, Rancor is kind of annoying. And now we should be in a solid spot. Get into a semi-growth, of course. And then we pass. Not a lot of value in attacking with this Sage. When we get to attack, we're gonna get to attack real hard, so. Okay. Spirit Mantle is fine. Okay, so now we get to explosives on 1. And we kind of win. Transmute. And you need explosives. Explosives on 1. Yes. Play Asusa. And now I guess I do get to attack with the Sage. Gonna have access to a Rancor. That's a Mentor. Rancored Mentor is kind of scary. How much life can we gain here? Because I think that gaining life is gonna be more relevant than. gaining life is going to be more relevant than transmitting for explosives, because we're not going to be able to explosives this turn. So we can... What if we haste? I guess we can haste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can haste. We can play primetime hasted, and we get... Their dudes are not going to be hasty, so I'm not worried about that. I can go up to 10. Yeah, it gives me more lands in play for the following turn, so I think it's worth doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna play a primetime living white floating. Gonna get Bogles Garrison plus Slayer Stronghold. We're gonna bounce Stronghold. We're gonna play it as our land for turn. We're gonna haste Titan here. Go to combat. Again, I'm not attacking with these guys because I don't want to get blown out. We're gonna get Crossroads for sure, and I think that Crossroads is gonna gain me more life than Kalni because of the Rancor. So yeah, Simic Growth, Crossroads. Swing for 8. This is game 3. We're fine with clock. This the game is gonna be over before the next 3 minutes and 52 seconds. So I'm not concerned. Actually, the game is gonna be decided in the next turn. My opponent needs to kill me this turn. If they cannot kill me, then I will win, and if they can kill me, then I will lose. I mean, we're playing a deck that makes a ton of decisions every single turn, and they are playing a deck that makes basically no decisions every turn. So, oh, we're just probably dead to this Mentor. Oh, we're not actually. Unless they have land and something else. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good attack right there. Okay, so... play Gemstone, and we just swing for lethal, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's primetime mana. Then I have these to haste, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to activate. Yeah. Okay, we're fine. OP is tapped out. They only have 2 1/1s to block. So this is game. Although I guess we already had lethal, we could just like use the primetime that's right here. Might as well go for the overkill, right? White, red. Haste this guy. Bounce here. Double strike, and then swing with everything. We don't even fetch. This is just more than lethal. All right, I missed the follow, which was Olerox. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. There we go. This is an interesting card to be playing in Bogles. I wonder in place of what they were playing that. Like what card in their sideboard is that replacing? That's what I'm wondering, because I'm not sure whether that card is actually good in the deck. His hand seems excellent. Faku GP, thank you for that follow. Yeah, this hand is stellar. PS 7 OG. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. This hand is a turn 3 Titan on the draw, which is very, very good. We can Forest on 1, then Vestige on 2. Okay, so we're playing against Shadow. Never mind. Never mind. This hand is probably not that good anymore. Yeah, the Shadow matchup is pretty miserable. I don't agree with that play at all from my opponent. They should have 100% gone after the Azusa. We already have untapped sources, so I don't need that. I think that having access to the extra bounce, and now that my Amulet is gone, it's going to be more relevant. Maybe they have another discard spell, and if that's the case, then JVP, okay, so they do have access to another discard spell. Give me an Amulet. No Amulet. Well, at this point, I definitely have enough bounce lands, so... they have the land. Shit. Yep. That JVP is gonna be real good. Yeah, if we had been on the play, this game is just insanely in our favor. Probably gonna Thoughtseize away my Azusa and then drop Shadow or something. What? Why did my opponent do that? Wait, why? Okay. I guess I play around Stubborn Denial here. And I play around Stub by sequencing like this and playing both lands, and now I get to Serum Visions. I mean, this is a Titan. It's a delayed Titan, so that's not good. But Dismember Azusa, it's fine. I mean, as long as my opponent doesn't have a threat, we got a chance. The moment my opponent finds a threat, we are fucked. That's an Angler. I mean, this is happening anyway, right? So transmuting for Pact, bounce here. Technically, I should be able to Titan before my opponent kills me with this Angler. They get Scour instead of flashbacking Inquisition. That is perplexing. Alright, you got the stub? You got that stub or not? They do. Of course they do. We're playing this on 1, so... Now the question is, do we manage to draw a Primeval Titan before this Angler kills me? Before this Angler kills me. That is the only thing that matters. That is literally the only thing that matters. I guess they found the second angler here. Sakama doesn't do anything here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't cast Sakama, so... so, as usual, Sakama does absolutely nothing. And I'm dead. Yep. 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 Take out the basic forest. We take out scouts. And that's it. Okay, let's go. All right. Yeah, this is a hand. Do you miss Ballista ever? I have killed quite a few shadow opponents through a stub with Ballista. Yeah, I mean, it's in certain circumstances, let's say it that way. In certain circumstances, yeah, Ballista will win you a game that you would otherwise lose. But overall, I don't think it's particularly good in the shadow matchup. I leave it in, but I'm not like, you know, super upset when now that I'm not playing it. It's not like I miss it. I miss it in the okay, this is going on 1, so just play that out. I miss it in the humans matchup. Whoops, no, definitely not doing that. Okay, there we go. I miss it in the humans matchup. I miss it in the infect matchup. A little bit in the spirits matchup as well, but it's not like I miss it in the shadow matchup. It's just whatever in the shadow matchup. What's up, DT Lurch? At least they can't angler me here, so that's something. All right. Play Asusa. Double gemstone. Pass the turn. Of course, holding this because I can transmute for a Summoner's Pact. So my last Summoner's Pact actually, because I sided one out. This is very, very bad if I top deck exactly Primeval Titan, but I guess that's a risk I'm willing to take. That's kinda brutal. I mean, Shadow kills me at this point, so my opponent probably has Shadow because that's like the only reason why they would K-command my explosives otherwise. Yep. Amulet is just a good deck. It's just in a good spot in the meta right now. Barring this, right? Barring exactly this, but it is what it is. That was the thread that my opponent was looking for. All right. As usual, can I find the Primeval Titan before my opponent kills me? I guess Hornet Queen would also be nice here. Shibujuki Bog. I guess it's good in the face of JVP. Attacking because there's no reason for me not to. Top deck Stronghold would have been kind of nice actually. Stronghold straight up trades. Like it forces the Jace to jump there. That's hilarious. Blue, Serum Visions. Do you have the stub? Yikes. I mean, we died to Stubborn Denial, but that's where we're at. Dying to Stubborn Denial is the new dying, I guess. Trout Stuffing, thank you for the follow. Alright, TBR or not? I guess TBR or stub does it for them here. They do have the TBR. Wow! We were exactly one turn too short. Exactly one turn too short, which is usually how it happens against this deck. Jace was nuts, actually. JVP was very, very good both games. I'm impressed. Amulet is getting so expensive on MTGO, I can't even rent it anymore. I gotta start buying some pieces. Well, the gemstone mines are the expensive cards, right? Everything else is cheap. It's just like the MTGO economy went like super down, and now it's starting to pick back up. Maybe it's real that MTGO is not dead, but I don't know. But I mean, it's basically that, right? Because E-Price, Asusa. Yeah, like Asusa is nothing. This is fine. Keep. Prime times are like $8. Here I'm not playing around Stubborn Denial or Spell Pierce or anything like that. I'm just jamming. Cool. Yeah, Gemstone spiked real hard. I have no idea why. What is this? This is Phoenix. Playing against Phoenix. Amulet, I doubt Amulet is expensive. Maybe it is. 6 tickets. I mean, wow. It's more than I was expecting, honestly. One bottom, one top. Emerald 000. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So we're gonna get Phoenix next turn. Can I Asusa here? I packed for Asusa. I play it, then I replay, and I replay the gemstone. Hold up both T-Wests in hand. I could. Sets me up for a turn 4 prime time instead of a turn 3 prime time. But I'm setting up for a turn 4 prime time anyway, right? So yeah, this is actually worth it. This is actually worth it. So we're going to... Unfortunately, I can't hold the bounce land in hand, but this is like a slight bump in speed, which I think it's worth. They probably need to kill this Asusa, which is fine. And then we pay for a pact on turn 3 and play a land, and then on turn 4 we go off. Yeah, this is fine. And my opponent has this turn to do stuff, which granted they are very likely to be able to do stuff here. This is how it starts. But I guess that's one less Metamorphose that gets copied by Ascension, so... Okay, Thing in the Ice. Kadude 25, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Alright, they have an active Ascension now. I kind of wish we could get an explosives off the top. Explosives is our best draw, I think. Explosives? So this primetime cannot double strike. So I can only swing for 8 and I guess exile my opponent's yard or whatever. So this primetime, I don't think it's winning the game. I don't think this is winning the game. With that in mind, I think I am going to actually steerings here, and I feel like I need to spike an explosives on 2 so I can blow these guys up, because I'm very afraid of this. This is what has me the most afraid right now, because I think that if my opponent taps with Ascension, they just win. So I think that my only out to win here is to get explosives here. And I whiffed. Which makes me very, very sad. Okay, so I'm probably just dead here. Siomika, thank you for the follow. It's too late to transmute for Bog. It's too late to transmute for Bog, so I think I simply find the crossroads and... Yeah, I guess with Simic, if I find Simic here, I can get a Susa, then I can play Simic growth 3 times, and with this gemstone I can transmute for explosive. Yeah, you're right actually. Yep, that's cool. So yep, we're gonna do that. Transmute for engineered explosives. Simic growth chamber. Bounce. Pact for Asusa. Cast Asusa. And we're gonna do this main phase right now. Bounce. Bounce. And we're gonna hold this in hand. 1, 2. Crack it. And pass the turn. So now we're going to pact, pay for pact on upkeep, and then my opponent will probably kill the Asusa, but if they don't, I slam a Titan and I win. I mean, my opponent can still win here. If they answer my Asusa, that gives them a fair amount of time. And now I'm out of explosives because I'm only playing the 1, so it could potentially be troublesome. Well, that's a looting, that's not a bolt. If the last card is bolt, then that would be bad. Don't have the bolt, that's an opt. Okay, cool. Can I 16 my opponent? 1, 2, I'm 1 mana short of 16ing my opponent. I can only 9 them, I guess. Yeah, if I draw an Amulet, they are dead, but if I draw an Amulet, they are actual dead. Amulet? No. Man, only 1 mana short, huh? Only 1 mana short. Makes me sad. Bounce this. Cast Primeval Titan. I feel like I'm going to bog. What are we doing here? We can transmute for Pact of Negation. Is Pact of Negation better than gaining life? Probably is. So I can get Stronghold Vesuva here. Stronghold Vesuva, copy Bogles. And then... Well, I want to set up my attack beforehand, right? Because I can, like, alternatively I can get Stronghold here. The thing is, I think I really want to bog my opponent because of these lootings in the yard. Because if my opponent gets those lootings, like my only out is that my opponent drew like 1 land and then they just kind of whiff from there. So I feel like I definitely want to bog them. Because these lootings are for sure going to get them into... Yeah, so I think I'm going to do Stronghold Vesuva. Vesuva copy here. And I'm not going to gain life, but I'm going to get like a Pact, I guess. Although it's basically the same thing, right? Right? Effectively, like, getting blue Pact or gaining life is the same thing. Because if my opponent has 2 bolts, I will die anyway. So I think that my best course of action is to prevent my opponent from finding extra bolts. And this is the best way to do it, I think. I might be wrong, but I think this might be correct. And I guess this Coalition Relic gives me +1 mana, so it's upside to play it over the Gemstone Mine that turn, because I'm not doing anything else with the mana. Okay, here we go. That's 1 less bolt. It's also 1 less land. Yeah, I think it's very unlikely that my opponent doesn't get there. Saluting, yeah. So yeah, I'm super dead. There goes the Phoenix, and if my opponent shows me the Lightning Bolt, I'll just concede. Surgical my Summoner's Pact. You got it. I guess they already have it and they are looking for info. Which makes sense. They don't know which list I'm on. It's important for them to know the amount of basics that I have, the amount of Coalition Relics. I was exactly 1 mana short. I was exactly 1 mana short of 16 in them over there. Yeah, they did have the bolt and they're just getting info, which makes sense. It's fine. Alright, sideboarding against Phoenix is pretty straightforward. Take these guys out, bring this in, we bring in Rexage, we bring in Hornet Queen, bye-bye Pact of Negation, and we take out Crumbling Vest, Botanical Sanctum, and a couple of Serum Visions. Actually, maybe Steering Size is worse than Serum Visions. Let's do 1 and 1. The thing is, my opponent is for sure on the Blood Moon plan, so I don't want to be cold to it. Okay, I submitted already, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick while my opponent figures out their sideboarding. Okay, here we go. This deck, and I'm trying to figure out my build. It's not particularly common. Hooked on Arclight Phoenix. Hooked on Arclight Phoenix. Yeah, it's not particularly common yet. It is something that I have been testing, and I have been quite happy with overall. But it's definitely not standard. I think it's pretty good, but I might be wrong. We've only been testing this list for like, I played 4 leagues total with this, and it has been solid plus basically. And I'm keeping this hand. I think it's good enough for the matchup. We only get kind of wrecked by Blood Moon, but that's pretty much it. And here I can play around Spell Pierce very easily, so I'm going to do that. I think I can afford to. What matchup is High Mind for? High Mind is for the oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. Hive Mind is for the in the control matchups is very good. In the Tron matchup is very good, and it's also good in basically against decks that can go over the top of what you're doing. That's an Ascension. I think we're getting Coalition Relic here. No, we're actually getting Amulet. Yeah, because Amulet also gives me Titan mana next turn, but Amulet also allows me to bog my opponent and get rid of that Arc like Phoenix before it becomes an issue. As well as, of course, making Ascension worse. We're still holding a path, and basically, if we get to untap Asses, we pretty much win here. Okay, it's gonna be a Drake. No, just fetch him before opt. BM here would be bad, not going to lie. But Blood Moon is always bad anyway for us, so. So in response to the up trigger now, in response to this trigger, I'm going to pass the Thing in the Ice. This means that my opponent doesn't get Snapcaster value. I mean extra Snapcaster value is what I'm trying to say. Because otherwise they would have been able to like bounce the Snapcaster back to hand and get some additional value that way. But now we should be good. And here I'm of course going to play around Blood Moon. Boom, boom. That's 6. Guess I'm going to bounce the Bojuka Bog. Yeah. So this, yes, Boros Garrison, Slayer Stronghold, Haste, and now we're going to fetch a second basic forest, and Tolaria West, so we can play around my opponent, killing my Primeval Titan somehow. It means that I'm not holding enough fast to exile this turn, but that's fine. And now we kind of get got by Blood Moon here in the sense that I'm only left with a 6/6 basically, which is it's not easy for my opponent to deal with, but it's possible for my opponent to deal with. But yeah, so that's gonna be the idea. It's funny that the mic is actually picking up me doing this kind of things. Okay. Serum Visions results. Two cards on top. That's no bueno. Definitely no bueno for me. Ugh. No phoenixes even? Like what did my opponent leave on top? I guess they're trying to like enable Ascension. Oh, they just concede. Okay. I'll take it. Anything we want to change here? I don't think so. There's an argument for negate. Especially now that they are playing more of a control deck. The argument for negate is even stronger, but still, it's just... bringing cards like negate into your deck puts you in the situation of, you know, drawing the wrong side of your deck. So I don't think I want to be putting myself in that situation. Thanks for all the Amulet content. I just recently started and it has helped a lot. Well, I'm very happy that it's been able to help you. That's awesome. The sand needs some work. I'm gonna mulligan. This is better, I guess. Definitely bottoming that though. I still don't know what I wanna do with this. This might end up getting Rex Sage. Ooh, please give me a bog off the top. Please, the natty bog. Oh, no natty bog. Yeah, there's no way that my opponent isn't flipping. I don't want to give them a target for surgical because that's like one trickier card, I guess. Okay, so now, yeah, now we still have, we have another. Oh, no second land. Okay, this is huge. If I manage to find a bog off of this, we find a whiff. Oh my god. That is just horrendous. Ugh. And all of these are great cards too. Holy crap. Well, my opponent left 2 cards on top, so they for sure find their land. Wow, that's brutal. That's brutal. All right. Wow, that's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. Yikes. We might die because of that now. Like it's just insanely bad for me to whiff there that hard. It's just so ridiculously bad for us. Yeah, so now my opponent is gonna bring back those phoenixes, at least 2. Oh, TD? Bog, give me a bog, please. Nope. Alright. Don't find the land. Yeah, I feel pretty dead here. I feel pretty dead. A braid. Okay, now I feel even deader. Bog! Please give me a bog! That's all I'm asking for. Just a bog. Is there anything I can do? If I packed for Azusa, that gives me 3 land drops, and then this thing in the eyes kind of destroys me. Deader? It can be a word. If you try hard enough, anything can be a word. You just have to be, you know, convincing about when you say it, you know. Okay, this turn is very important. Okay, so I packed for a suicide. I to Blood Moon, that's fine. Dying to Blood Moon is just something that you learn to live with. But I'd say that I've packed for Azusa. I play it out, then I play 1, 2, 3, I think. I want to hold the colony in hand because my opponent's going to flip this thing, and that's going to like get my Azusa and the plant tokens back to my hand, so this is pretty worthless. But that means that on my next turn I'm gonna need to... On my next turn I'm gonna have 6... I'm gonna untap with 6 mana, I'm gonna use 4 to pay for Pact, and I can set up a Hornet Queen. So I'm gonna take 7, probably 13. Then I'm gonna pass one turn where I'm going to get Colony Guard. So I guess I need to do this. Because otherwise I'm just gonna fall too far behind. I am dead to Blood Moon anyway, so leaving the forest in play doesn't make a difference. I should have probably done it, so I could leave a Gemstone Mine counter on. That was a mistake. I was thinking of trying to transmute on the following turn, and then I totally brain farted, and I forgot about the fact that I'm gonna need to pay for a Pact here, so... So I am dead to a shit ton of things. The good thing is now next turn, because of my mana situation, I get to like play both Azusa and get a token. So at least my opponent will need to deal with 2 of my dudes in order to swing for 7. And then I'm going to be able to play the Hornet Queen on the subsequent turn, and I'm going to be able to stabilize then. So yeah. Man, that game 1. That game 1 where my opponent flipped the Ascension on me really got me. And well, that whiff on the Ancient Stirrings is just brutal. I could have found explosives, I could have found Amulet, I could have found Bojuki Bog. All of those were very, very, very live draws. Okay, I'm not getting Blood Moon out of the game, so that's something at least. Okay, so we're getting attacked for 13. Just the casual attack for 13, no problem. So I am now dead to Lightning Bolt. Alright. Bolt, another Phoenix, Gutshot. All of those do it. All of those do it. I braid the Azusa, sure. Alright, this is promising. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least this one stabilizes at 1. Stabilizing at 1. Dead to Bolt. I guess at least I'm not dead to Snapcaster, so that's something. Cantrips are bad for me. Thing in the Eyes, I guess, is also bad for me. That's a Metamorphose. Thought Scour. Blood Moon and Bolt down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Is that like the most insane draw ever or something? So now we pass the thing. They can't flip it. We prime time. And we get, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana total. We prime time. We are dead to Lightning Bolt, but we cannot play around Lightning Bolt. So playing around Lightning Bolt is pointless because we cannot beat it. Since that's the case, then I think this primetime wants to get Basic Forest and Bojuki Bog, right? I feel like I think I get that. Because getting second basic allows me to play around Blood Moon, which would otherwise also kill me because I would die on my upkeep. So Pax for Titan get Bog plus Basic Forest. Not attack. If I get Bog Crossroads, I still die to Lightning Bolt. So that's what I'm saying. Like I cannot play around Lightning Bolt. That is off the table. Yeah. What am I getting with Tolaria? I'm still dying to the same things. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So the question that I'm asking myself here is what can I beat and what can't I beat? What I cannot beat is Lightning Bolt. I cannot beat Lightning Bolt. That is off the table. What I can win though, what I can beat though is I can beat Phoenix. I can beat another Awoken Horror, I guess. I can beat Blood Moon by fetching double basic, otherwise I die to Blood Moon too. So right now my opponent's only outs are, I have no idea how many bolts they have left. I have also seen one. If I don't die this turn, then I can play around Lightning Bolt. But I can only beat Lightning Bolt if I survive this turn already. That's a Phoenix. That doesn't do it. We're still alive. Sure. That's a forced block, so no, nothing too peculiar there. 2, 3, 4. Okay, what else do we got here? Okay. So we can swing with Prime Time into my opponent's Awoken Horror. But if I want to beat Lightning Bolt, I need to sacrifice this Prime Time. Yes, so that's what I'm trying to think here. Whether I should do that, because this is basically a chump attack. Okay, I don't have a double strike land. I also cannot give my opponent my Titan plus Super Soul to kill the Awoken Horror. So this is just a chump attack. But this chump attack allows me to play around Lightning Bolt to the face. Or I can get Bounce Land. Yeah, I think I cannot afford to not attack here. So we're going to do this. And now we're going to get probably Simic plus Crossroads. And I'm going to try to draw a Bounce Land. Alternatively, I could get Simic plus Crossroads, but I could bounce the T-West. That is the other alternative. But then I'm still dead to Lightning Bolt off the top. They showed me at least one lightning bolt. Yes, I know that getting Tolaria would have been better if I don't die to Blood Moon, but I chose to play around Blood Moon. Maybe I should have not played around anything. Well, we can't Simic in combat, so that is off the table. So it's basically alternatively I could get Simic. If I get Simic, I can get I still die to Lightning Bolt. So the question is, do I want to still die to Lightning Bolt or not? If I don't care about dying to Lightning Bolt, then getting Simic is better. So I think I'm just not gonna play around Lightning Bolt because I don't think I can beat Lightning Bolt in the long game. So I'm gonna give my opponent one more turn to draw a Lightning Bolt. And if they draw it, they got me. If they don't draw it, they're going to lose probably. Yeah, so I think that we are... Next turn I can get myself out of bolt range, but I cannot do so this turn. They make the correct blocks. That is fine. Azusa. Collision Relic. Bog. You. Simic. Tolaria. Pass the turn. This Azusa trades with this Snapcaster, and this Queen trades, this Insect or this Hornet Queen trades with the Awoken Horror. They put 2 cards on the bottom. They're digging hard. They probably have 1 or 2 bolts left. They left on top. Okay, so I died. There it is. No. Oh, the nail biters! Oh, the nail biters! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! This is insane! This is so ridiculous! Oh my god! Woo! Okay. So I'm not playing around this spell. I can't play around this spell because so that's that. Prime time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So I get Bounce Stronghold. So I'm gonna play this for turn. And I'm gonna swing. And now I'm gonna get Bog. So this copy Bog and Kabira Crossroads. Still dead to Lightning Bolt, but now there's a single Lightning Bolt in my opponent's deck. That's a Phoenix. Can block that one. Alright, pay for Pact. Yes. Prime time? Serum Visions, okay. That's a path. Collision Relic to the bottom, Visions to the top. Activate here. Swing. Yes. And now we're gonna play Simic Growth and we're gonna bounce Bog, I guess. This Vesuva, and next turn we're gonna Vesuva the Kabira Crossroads. Uh-oh. This is the turn. This is the turn. This is the turn. Opponent digs. Opponent digs. Opponent digs. Blood Moon. Okay, so now they ensure themselves that they cannot... Like, I cannot get out of bolt range now. So I guess that's good for them. Okay, so I'm gonna make some blue mana. Serum Visions. Damn, I want both of these cards. I guess I put this on... Holy crap. This on top and this on top. Put both of them on top. I'm gonna play an Amulet. And I'm gonna swing because if my opponent brings back a Phoenix, I can path it. And we're racing. We're racing to my opponent not finding their last lightning bolt. Oh my god! Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. Alright. Blue. Blue and 1. Transmute. For engineered explosives. I can play EE on 3 next turn, but this turn I cannot attack now because I don't have access to path. Don't find the lightning bolt. Ah, they found it. Ah. Ah. We fought so hard. We fought so hard. God damn. Feels bad, man. To be honest, it was like everything that happened was like super lucky for us. But yeah. All right, so terrible leagues today. 1-3 into 1-3. Not what you want to see, but it's okay. Bad days happen. I will for sure continue testing Serum Visions. I have liked this quite a bit. But what I think I'm going to do... DWMMFT, thank you very much for that Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you for your support. But yeah, as I was saying, what I'm going to test tomorrow, it's going to be... I want to try out Canister's list with main deck Hive Minds. Actually, never mind. Tomorrow I'm going to be testing some Legacy. For fighting the good fight. Thank you, I really appreciate it. So I'm going to try out some Green White Maverick. Actually, no, I'm really excited about Amulet lately, so I'm going to I changed my mind. I'm going to be playing some Amulet tomorrow. I'm going to be trying out Canister's lists with main deck Hive Mind and see how this one works out. Because another thing that I want to test is whether Hive Mind is good or unplayable in the Phoenix matchup, which is something that I think it's not good enough. I think it's not good enough basically because of the opportunity cost. Because having access, in order to play Hive Mind in your deck, you also need to play Pact of Negation at least, which is a terrible card. So I don't think... like, if Hive Mind were just like a card by itself, I think I would probably play it. Or if we could play like 6 Summoners Pact, I think I would probably play Hive Mind against Phoenix. But since the opportunity cost of playing Hive Mind is playing Pact of Negation, which is a card that I do not want to see in the Phoenix matchup, that seems like a really high cost for me. So that's what makes me think that Hive Mind is not worth it in the Phoenix matchup. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, they can also blanket with Manamorphose. That's also another concerning things. Usually they do use their Manamorphoses quite aggressively in the early game because they wanna, Manamorphose is one of their enablers to get Phoenixes back or to flip Thing in the Ice. So it's not common that your opponent has has a Manamorphose that they just like keep in hand just to, you know, get you with a Hive Mind, because you're usually just like casting Hive Mind and playing the pact like immediately after, so they can't really know that it's coming unless they see your hand. But yeah, I mean, today we played some sweet games. We didn't end up on the winning side, but that's fine. It happens sometimes, and it's okay. We will be back tomorrow then with more Amulet. If you haven't hit that follow button, make sure you do that. It's free and you can get notified whenever I go live. It also helps people find my stuff, so that's also very cool. If you want to support the stream, you can do so by subscribing. You get access to these beautiful emotes, as well as if you can just shoot me a PM giving me your Twitch username, and I will send you the sideboard guide that I've created, and I will update that sideboard guide as soon as I figure out a list that I like with Serum Visions and stuff. That's when I'm going to be updating the sideboard guide for sure. If you want to check out my previous streams, you can do so in YouTube. That is my link right there. I upload all of my streams to that channel. If you want to follow me on social media, Twitter is the place to find me, to find all my MTG related stuff at least. If you want to join the Amulet Discord, you can do so with that link over there. And finally, if you want to help support the stream in a different way, you can donate. And any donation that... any donations that covers the entry fee of a league, with any donation that covers the entry fee of a league, you can send me whichever 75 you want to see played on stream, and I will we will play your deck on stream, as well as, of course, we will do like a debrief and suggestions and stuff like that afterwards. What's up, Dido? How you doing? Panos, thank you for the follow. Yeah, like for example, we had this. No, this wasn't it. Where is it? Oh, here. We played this on stream on Monday, and it was such a blast. This was a donation by a viewer by the name of Not Punished, and he wanted to see this deck played on stream, and we played it, and it was sweet. We didn't do great. We went 2-3, but it was an amazing time. The deck is super fun, and it was just very entertaining. Oh, thank you for those hearts, Dido. I appreciate it. All right, let's see who we can raid. So we can raid the Nassif. We can raid Squatchief, which destroyed us with their stupid Blood Moon deck. So let's go to Squatchief's stream. All right. See you tomorrow. Bye.